Ancient Indian Commerce by Babasaheb Ambedkar, Part 8. Trade in early India was not entirely individualistic. There is enough evidence to show the corporate commercial activity and partnership in trade were occasional, if not general. There was very little government control of business, and that too only so far as it concerned the royal purchases. The prices of articles of royal purchases were fixed by a royal valuer who would also assess the merchants for the duty of a 20th, presumably ad valorem, on each consignment of native merchandise, and of a 10th ad valorem plus a sample on each consignment imported from overseas. Finally, he would have to access merchants for their specific commutation of the Rajaksaya, that is, one article per month sold to the king at a certain discount. Later on, however, prices came to be fixed, for Manu says that the king on every fifth or ninth day fixed the rates for the purchase and sale of marketable commodities. The introduction of money in India, whether it was borrowed or invented at home, is a matter of great controversy. But whatever may be said on this, it is true that the use of money in India was early known, for the whole of the Buddhist literature testifies to the fact that the ancient systems of simple barter, as well as of reckoning value of cows or rice measured, had for the most part been replaced by the use of metal currency carrying well understood and generally accepted exchange value. Currency counted of coins but was not regulated by royal authority. There was gold coinage for the most part, and all marketable commodities and services had a value expressible in terms of cash. Banking was not very highly developed. There was no taboo on loaning of money, and according to Gautama, interest was sought in 6 different ways. With such high type of economic development, it is but natural that there should be commercial expansion of colonization by the early Hindus. Historians, however, have been very reluctant to accept the fact they have either judging the present by the present rule upon the entire Hindu population as incapable people or have exerted their utmost ingenuity to discount any evidence that antagonizes with their preconceived bias. Isolation of India has been a trump card with them, and they use it as often as they can. Environmental conditions do delimit the activity of a people subject to it, but it could be foolish to say with Herder that history is geography set in motion. We might hold on to the truth in the statement that geographic conditions have condemned India to her lot and yet condemn the hyperbole in it. We may agree, if we like, with Montesquieu when he ascribes the fixity of Oriental manners, customs, and religion to its warm climate. We may believe in Buckle when he holds nature's overpowering mountains and forests in all their stupefying greatness, as are to be found in India, responsible for the abnormal workings of imagination and superstition. Or we may follow the scientific geographer when he asserts that India has been condemned to isolation on account of her geographic location, isolated from China by the Himalaya mountains and from Persia and Afghanistan by the Hindu Kush. She has long waterfronts, but the eastern and western ghats that fringe the coast from within and cut off the call of the ever beckoning sea to maritime activity. All these allegations perhaps have a modicum of truth in them, but it would be a mistake to make strong arguments out of them. Barriers, no matter how strong, are never insuperable to man. He has tried everywhere to control them and has succeeded in his effort. The end.